What's up, crew? We are in day 15 of the 40-day challenge, almost halfway there already. 40 days is a long time, but it goes quick. And my guess is that most of you are having a good time with the exercise portion. I know those who are doing the sunrise or sunset are loving that. I assume if we're not telling a joke every day, we are finding a way to laugh and have some joy. But my intuition, my gut tells me that the majority of you are finding the zone very difficult, and specifically the tracking aspect of it, being accurate with calories, being accurate with the macronutrients. And that can be frustrating and even demoralizing. And it is true that long term, that level of that precision of calorie and macro counting can actually be counterproductive. And there are studies that show that long term, the more restrictive a diet is, the more a person is rigid with their diet, actually the higher their BMI. And that individuals who learn to forgive themselves for not being perfect and who learn to eat intuitively have the most success and lower BMIs. So why is this? This seems counter-intellectual, like it seems counter to how we would think about it from a scientific standpoint. And there's a lot of, basically psychology that goes into this, but I'd rather than go to that, I want to give you a practical approach, okay? So I'm calling this the intuitive zone. And by the way, if you're crushing the zone and knocking it out of the park, keep it up. A couple of you guys are doing keto and you are tracking and you're doing amazing, keep it up. But this is for those who are struggling and maybe you're feeling frustrated that you had the desire, the emotional energy that you felt was necessary to go into a challenge like this, only to be confronted with what you perceive as failure. And so I want to give you an opportunity to find success. It's not too late. And so here's how we can do zone intuitively. What is the true essence of zone? It's about balance, right? It's about a balance between protein, carbohydrates, and fats. And in this case, the way we're doing it, it's about meeting our energy requirements, aka calories, but not exceeding it. So we're eating enough that we can feel good to perform our exercises and perform in daily life, but eating just enough that we will not add body fat. And ideally, we'll eat just below our daily needs so that we lose body fat. And this is why I want to talk about a concept. This is a concept called the mindless margin. And essentially what this is, it's a margin of error, a daily fluctuation in calories that we won't notice. And if we're intuitively eating, we're eating to satisfaction, which, by the way, and that is the benefit of counting, at least for a short period of time. My gut tells me, my experience tells me that if you ate at that 10x calories, that is, calories that are reflecting 10 times your body weight, so a 200-pound person eating 2,000 calories, that you are satiated and you are meeting your energy requirements. So if you're intuitively eating to satiation, what we'll find is that you're generally within a margin of 200 calories. Some days, maybe you eat 1,800 calories. Some days, maybe you eat 2,200 calories, but on average, you're eating 2,000 calories. That's the mindless margin. You wouldn't notice it, you wouldn't mind it, but if we were tracking it, that's what we would find. And in fact, we did this experiment recently, a client and I, and that's exactly what we found. And that takes a lot of pressure off of eating, and it takes a lot of essentially pressure, right? Like, so yeah, we, as a rule of thumb, we know we want to strive for 2,000 calories, but allowing yourself that mindless margin of error is really liberating, truly liberating. And so, what do we know? So we're talking about the zone diet. We know we want to eat about 10 times our body weight in calories, but allow ourselves a mindless margin of error. And we know that we want balance. So what's an easy way we can do that? Let's think about our plate, okay? Half our plate is green vegetables, spinach, lettuce, broccoli, asparagus, green things. A third of our plate is a palm-sized portion of protein: chicken, beef, bison, duck, you name it, right? Turkey, whatever that thing is, fish. Make sure you're getting enough fish, getting those omega-3 fatty acids. Eggs, okay? A protein for all meals. And then a little bit of healthy fats: avocado, olive oil, coconut, cheese, butter. Healthy fats, small amounts in moderation. Starches in moderation, a little bit of sweet potato, a little bit of beans maybe, and fruits, a little bit of fruits and berries, okay? Easiest thing to do, picture a salad, right? A big plate of lettuce with some shredded chicken on top, drizzled with olive oil, some chickpeas, some strawberries, maybe a little bit of cheese, and bam, you've just hit the healthy meal wheel, the healthy balance. That is an easy visual conception of balance in your macronutrients, and it's something that you don't need an app to show you how to do. Do that at every meal. I challenge you. You can do that in the form of an omelet. You can do that in the form of a salad. You can do that in the form of a smoothie. There are different foods that you can eat, but still incorporate that macronutrient, that food group balance. And I'll share with you guys some documents that will help you with that soon. So I still want you to understand the intent of zone, right? That balance between the macronutrients, where approximately you should be with calories to see progress. And that's why if we want to be truly scientific, we want to at least track for a little while. But it was never meant to be tracking forever. And if you found tracking to be very difficult, that's the norm. And that's exactly a lesson that I would also want you to learn. But, do it. Let's find out. Let's make sure it's working for you. And let's find a way to make it more intuitive. That's the challenge I put on all of you. Don't give up, okay? And if you're already beyond counting, get into this intuitive zone, okay? Get into the intuitive zone. Start trying to find those balanced meals, 3 to 5 meals. Even if you get that palm-sized portion of protein 3 to 5 times a day, you're going to be trending in the direction you want to go. I promise you. All right, that's all I got. Happy 420. Go smoke some burpees. All right, y'all. Peace.